Okay, cool. So why cuddle one but carve the other?
I would say, as a human being, we can look at it as the cuddle mindset, right? Why cuddle one and why carve the other? The simple
Hmm.
fact is, for before we became a farming culture, right? Before we could grow our own crops and all that, you had to kind of forage, right? So you're going to carve the turkey, right? And it depends where you're at, but they're going to carve the cat too. So at the end of the day, I feel like it's all about luxury. It's about survival at the end of the day. If you have the luxury to cuddle a cat, guess what you're going to do? You're going to cuddle that cat. If you have a luxury to cuddle a
Brady,
turkey, what's up?
do you live near a grocery store?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you get most of your food at the grocery store?
Majority of it, but
Okay.
we like to spruce it up a
So,
little.
what is your justification for using animals?
Well, what do you mean by justification? Like, why do I feel like it's right to eat animals?
Yeah, why do you have a right to someone else's body?
Well, it depends what your definition of somebody is. So, like,
No, no, no,
if
no,
we're
no.
cons-
I'm
no, no.
asking you, why do you think that it's okay that you use an animal's body? Don't get hung up on words.
Well, why do I feel like it's right for me to use an animal's body? Because if I was in the animal kingdom, which we are, or however you look at it, for the simple survival factor, if
Okay, so
I
let's say
can
I
go,
have a
can I
baby,
finish? Can
but
I
I don't
finish real
I don't
quick?
like
Can I
how I
finish,
don't like
bro?
the size. No. I have a baby that I just gave birth to, but it's too small in my opinion. Can I kill this baby because lions do it? I'm an animal. They're an animal. Is that okay?
No, not necessarily, but like we were saying,
Why?
that's when it borderlines obviously that we're humans and then one's an animal,
So then
obviously.
why are you using them to
I
justify
haven't
your
even
actions
finished it.
now?
I haven't even finished what I
You're
said. You're
telling me because lions kill other animals that it's okay
that's
for
I
you to
haven't
do
even
the
brought
same.
up lions.
You have brought up other animals and
No,
why
no,
it's
no, no,
okay for
no,
them to
no.
eat other animals.
For the simple survival factor,
You're
let's say
not
if you're no,
surviving.
no.
We just talked about you live near a
Well,
grocery store.
so because I live by a grocery store means I
Yes.
have to abstain by a vegan diet,
No, it
which
means you
which
have
which
options.
yeah, no, that's what our diet asks for is
Okay,
options,
so
right?
one option has a victim, one option does not. What is the
Well,
moral
what's
choice?
what's the definition of a victim in this situation? Because like I
Someone
agree, I
having a
agree. No, like
subjective
I
experience
agree.
that is having a negative experience forced on them.
How do you so like all right, so let's say
You asked me what a victim is. So, what
no,
justifies you making the choice to make a victim?
what makes you feel like the animal is a victim? I'm just asking.
I just told you they are an individual having a subjective experience, which means they're
Mhm.
experiencing the world and they're making preferences on it.
What about the
What gives
plants though? What
They are
makes
not
it that
sentient. They do not have a brain or a central nervous system. And if you
well,
genuinely think that plants are sentient, we grow more of them to feed to animals. So
yeah, no,
drop
no,
that
for
argument
sure.
because it's a disingenuous one. A vegan world would grow fewer plants and actually feed more of the world.
But what about other luxuries though? What about
What luxury?
what about the shirt you're wearing? That
What
should be
about
all
it?
made by plants, right? Polyester and
Yes,
plastics.
cotton.
But then that goes on to, well, other health things. So we should, I, no, I agree. Like, so I think the big problem is big meat companies, right? They're
No,
just
the problem
slaughtering,
is our
killing.
mindset. We're looking at animals as resources instead of individuals. Like the way we look at companion animals, most humans would lose their mind, not humans, but most Americans at least, or Western
Yep.
countries, would lose their minds at the idea of a dog being used as a livestock animal, being hoisted
Oh,
by their
yeah.
leg upside down and having their throat slit, you
Oh,
know?
yeah. Yeah,
But
no,
I'm
it's
telling
sad.
you,
It's
they're no
sad how
different. In
brutal our
fact,
world is.
Pigs are smarter than dogs.
Oh, yeah.
And yet
No, they
that's the
are.
process that they go through. So I'm asking
But
you,
pigs, but the thing that's
what makes
crazy
it
about
okay for
pigs,
you to
though,
do that?
Originally, there was 4 pigs brought over to the U.S. All of the pigs that we have in the U.S. now originated from those 4 pigs that were brought over originally. So that just shows how fucking crazy their breeding cycle is, right? So there needs to be a form of control, right? You need to be able to control a
So you
population
just
like that
pointed
where
out the
they're
problem that we
no.
brought them here. It's not about their
Oh yeah.
breeding
Oh
numbers.
yeah.
And
Oh
in
yeah.
addition, a lot of pigs are actually AI'd. So they're not even breeding at their normal rate. They're being force bred at a higher rate to meet demand. So if we just stop demand, they'll stop force breeding them.
Well, I wish it could be a happy world, but you could never stop the force of demand of pigs like that,
So
right?
how have we
Because
made change in the world ever? There was slavery at one point. We fought for human rights. We fought for women's rights. We fought for workers' rights, LGBTQ plus rights. So how did any change ever get made if, we had the mindset that the status quo will be what it is forever?
it's because people do not look at animals' life the same way you do. I think that's
Right,
the
but
big thing,
in
right?
times of
So,
slavery, did they not look at another person
well,
and think
that
that they
was
are
that
not
was
they are not having an experience?
truly, let's be honest. Most people back in the day knew that slavery was
I
not
don't
the
think they did.
most
I think
clean
they
cut.
they
No,
made the Brady, they literally made the same arguments that people make to keep enslaving animals. They make the same arguments. In fact, there were even the same humane things for this. These slaves were humanely treated, and as like these are humane eggs. Same thing. Like we haven't changed. We've just changed the species of the slave. In fact, they've been enslaved even then. Animals have been experiencing the slavery for 10,000 years at least.
oh yeah, for sure. But for us to even have the local luxury of having the grocery store full of pigs, full of veggies, whatever you
No,
eat,
no, but see,
you
Brady, what
have
I'm
to
telling you is
have
you have this luxury and you need to take advantage of it because right now you're making a victim for no reason. It's unnecessary. You have absolute choice. And if you make that choice, it becomes easier for other people that don't have access to that choice because you're increasing the demand for the plant-based products. And you're living in alignment with your principles, not paying for someone to be exploited for you.